Hey guys, this is Zone Dymo for Zero Clock Gaming. Here with a little hardware video of my own, of my gaming mouse that I now possess. Um, you might remember Solo, of course, did a little unboxing video of his new Cyborg Red 7 gaming mouse, and this is actually his previous mouse. But because he has his Red 7, I could have this one, the Logitech G500. Now, why did I take this? I mean, what did I have before this one? Well, I always still have my second mouse, which is this, a trackball mouse. As you can see, this is a mouse you don't move around. You just hold in position and move the mouse cursor with this little ball right here. I'll talk about that one a bit later. And but sometimes it's just better to have a traditional design mouse which you move around. And the mouse that I had was, or is, I still have it, is this one. It's a wireless mouse, as you can see, from Sunnyline, and it's pretty shitty. It's the grip, the way you hold it, how much of your hand is basically still on the ground when you hold this mouse. Um, just the overall shape of it. These buttons here are way too easily pushed. Um, while these are actually a bit too hard to push, the scroll wheel is a bit sunken in, and the resistance on it feels like you're pushing it through through sand or something. There's not a nice amount of resistance. It's really, yeah, quite bad actually. And there is actually a noticeable sort of like delay when I move this mouse and what I see on the screen. Not if you use it as a desktop, then this one, in that area, at least on the technical area, it's fine. But using it with games, it's really not that great an option. So I needed something else, and so Solo said to me, "Hey, I now have my Red 7. I'm not using my G500 anymore. Do you want it?" And I said, "Yes." So let's take a look at it. So first up, just the exterior of the mouse. It has of course, the typical Logitech braided wire, which, as you can see, is more of a cord than an actual cable, which is nice. It helps a bit with the entangling, so it's a bit more easy to maintain as a straight wire. Furthermore, the mid section, this with the weird pattern on it, is nice and smooth. And the sides here, and on the other side as well, are rugged. So there's a texture on it, and it feels kind of like sort of like something like sandpaper, or a bit a rock-like texture. It's really nice, really grippy, and that's actually what you want, because of course you hold it here with your thumb and the other hand with your pinky, and perhaps a bit with this finger as well. But then again, it is on this edge here as well, so you can hold that, and that gives you a nice grip on the mouse, so it doesn't fly out of your hands when you're gaming. And I'm happy to report that the mouse wheel has a nice sound effect, and it rolls nicely. With You can feel the little steps it takes, so like tick 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 tick, which helps you, of course, when you switch weapons using the mouse wheel. You can really feel when you have the next weapon, or how far you are in scrolling. So let's get a bit into the technical specs of it. The first thing, of course, that everyone sees when they see this mouse is this light sensor right there, and that is actually the DPI sensor. Now, on this camera, I can switch it up. I'm not sure if that works during recording. I'll just try it out. Am I still recording? Looks like I'm still recording. Okay, that works. So now it's more for up. You can see the Logitech logo here. Yeah. Now you can see it really well. You can see this bottom one is a little running man. That is simply to symbolize that this is the DPI meter, simply to symbolize the DPI settings. As you can see, I have two bars now. If I on front here, you can see there's a plus button and a minus button, and those are the DPI changers. So if I press plus here, you can see there's an extra stripe here. When I press down, or the minus button, one gone, another one gone, and now that's the last level. Now you can set this mouse in the software if you want it to have 5 levels or 3. I have it set to 3 right now, so for me it's 1, 2, 3. If I would have gone with 5 levels, I would be able to press plus again, and then this lowest bar would disappear. And if I press it again, then the second lowest bar would disappear as well, only leaving the top one. So you would be able to see what level you are at. Might as well check out the side buttons straight away. We have 3 side buttons here. I haven't found a use for the third one yet, but you know, you can probably program it for everything. So for example, voice chat in games if you want that. Yeah, I don't know, whatever you want. You know, you want easy access to, you can use this one. And furthermore, of course, we have the standard 2 buttons, which if you are not in a game are back and forth between the web pages. Now, one thing that I read in a review on this mouse is that they said that this is a pretty bad design of Logitech because it feels like one straight button according to them. I don't agree with that at all, to be honest. If I hold it like this, you can actually see that there's a little, like this part here is sticking out and this part is a bit lower. So you can actually, when you go over that with your fingers, you can definitely feel like, oh, here I am on this button, now I am on this button, and now I am on that button. So I'm not sure what that guy was smoking, but that is fine, actually. You can also see the texture now a lot better. You can see the ruggedness of it and the smoothness of this. And another nice thing is, so here we have the scroll wheel, which of course has a button like this as well, like sideways buttons. But another cool thing is that if I press this button, I first thought it was like a slide or something because of this little indentation that goes, this little crack that goes through. But it's actually not. It's a button, and if I press it, then this scroll wheel will spin for a long time. Still spinning, still spinning, still spinning, and it stopped. And that's is what you use to easily move through web pages if you want. It's actually a pretty nice feature. And then you press it again, and now it's back to the normal ruggedness of it. So oh yeah, okay. If I turn it around here, I know I'm a bit close, but that's because yeah, fuck it. I'll go zoom out again. So I'll just need to put this setting back. Okay. So I can put it here again. So here you can see it actually at the bottom. Logitech G500. We have the Teflon. Sorry, I need to do this with 2 hands. We have the Teflon feet here, of course. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, there's the laser. And as you can see, there's a little button here and a little slide right here. Now, if I press this button, magic. Ooh, it's like a magic show. There's a little. I'm just gonna put the mouse down. There's a little weight system, as you can see here. I'm just gonna put this thing back on that fucking, if I can. And I totally can, nice. This is the weight system. So here you can see, first up, of course, Logitech's logo. Here you can put in several weights, up to 6 as you can see, which determine the weight of the mouse. I have the other weights up there, up there. And I took them out because the mouse was a bit too heavy for me with the sliding. But yeah, so you can customize your mouse with weights. Lots of gaming mouse use that today. Pretty much mandatory on every mouse. And yeah, so pretty easy system. You can just pop. Right, sorry about that. Battery needed to be changed of the camera. So I'm just gonna show you real quick again. So you have the latch at the bottom. You can actually see weight cartridge. Oh man, that thing basically flies in my hand. So there's the cartridge, and it's simple. It's a very simple system. As you can see, if I push this button, you see that plastic latch going down. So it's really simple. And simple case of just clicking it back like that, and then it's done. So that's the G500. Comfortable wise, I'll just put it back again. Now I need to switch it up again. Sorry. So comfort wise, it's pretty good. Your thumb has a nice place to rest. Oh, your thumb has a nice place to rest here, and your fingers too. That is all nice within reach. The only problem, and that is the same problem that Solo had as well, is that basically for your pinky there is no. I cannot really show that, but there is no room for that really. So what I do is I hold it with my pinky a bit on that grippy on the grip side of it, which works out well. But yeah, that's also one of the main features why Solo bought the Red 7, is because he has that little extra bit he could put on there, so he has room for his pink and ring finger to rest on. So this mouse doesn't have that. It's a minor inconvenience, you know. It makes it a little less comfortable, but overall it's pretty darn good. It's better than the Sunnyline, that's for sure. So yeah, it's I think you can use it both as a palm grip and as a claw grip. I think it's more towards palm grip though. Just the way it's made. It's also kind of, as you can see if I hold it up front here, you can see it's kind of tilted. So your hand's actually on it, like slightly tilted to the right. But yeah, good mouse. Really happy with it. Thank you, Solo. um, yeah, I'm gonna take a look real quick also to my other mouse then. While I'm busy anyway. This is the Microsoft trackball optical. They made two trackballs at the same time, which is the trackball optical like this one, and which is this one, and the trackball Explorer, which has the ball, which is totally different size, shape. I also want that one, but it's a bit hard to get. So just taking a look at it, of course. So it's a trackball, so it doesn't have a laser at the bottom here. You move your mouse cursor using this ball. So basically there's a laser inside here pointing at the ball. So instead of moving the mouse with the laser over the surface, you're moving the surface over the laser. That's basically the concept. And as you can see here, it has all the buttons really you need. That's the one thing that I really like about this trackball, is that, well, it's really big, so you have complete, you know, support for your entire hand. Not that it is that important by this type of mouse, seeing as you don't move the mouse around anyway. And it has 5 buttons. So we have 1, 2, scroll wheel button. So that's 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it has the ball and the scroll, and there are not many trackball mice that have this all these features: the ball and a scroll wheel and 5 buttons. There are not many who have that. The Trackball Explorer has that as well, but a lot of Logitechs don't, or they're wireless, which I don't get, because it's a fucking trackball. You're not moving it around, so why is it a problem to have a wire? But anyway, this is the Trackball Explorer. This is one mouse that I use, but of course not so much at the moment, because I just got my new gaming mouse, G500. Pretty darn good mouse. Any questions, feel free to leave a comment.